Hello guys, welcome to the new Cley Distillery. My name is Jelle van Baalen and today I will be presenting my drink for the Lustau Sherry Cocktail Competition. First of all, a little bit about myself. I've been a professional bartender for over 10 years. Right now I'm working at Cley Distillery as distillery manager, which might put me in a bit of a gray area if I'm a professional bartender, but we do serve some cocktails right now in the distillery in our little restaurant area, so I would argue that I am. Anyways, we're based in Rotterdam in the Netherlands, and we produce whiskey and gin here. So, without further ado, my drink, the Manzatini. As the name might already give away, my drink is inspired by Manzanilla sherry. I really recently fell in love with sherry. At Cley Distillery we bottled some sherry finished whiskies, and this whiskey, the Cley Manzanilla finish, really made me fall in love with Manzanilla. Also we give some masterclasses here to highlight the relationship between sherry and whiskey, which makes me do a deep dive in sherry. And I really just found out it's a really awesome product that's very underestimated. I've been overlooking for a lot of my bartending career. So, Manzanilla. I was writing the tasting notes for this new whiskey we made, the Manzanilla finish by Cley. And one of the first things that really jumped out to me is green apple. It's really fresh, green apple-y, clean type of sherry. So, Manzatini is a little play on words. It has a double meaning. It means Manzanilla Martini, but it also means Manzana Martini. And Manzana is obviously the Spanish word for apple. So I'm making a loosely based twist on an Appletini. So I'm using sour apple liqueur by the Kuiper, our colleague distillery from one city over in Schiedam. 25 ml sour apple liqueur to really highlight that green apple character of the Manzanilla and make it pop. One of the other things I really enjoy about Manzanilla is the little note of salinity, the reminder of a sea breeze. This is obviously because of the sea air of San Liqueur de Barrameda, where they make Manzanilla, which I'm sure I'm not pronouncing 100% correctly. To highlight this, I'm adding a little bit of sea salt into the drink. Just a pinch, more than enough. We don't want it overly salty, we just want to highlight the sea breeze nature of the Manzanilla sherry. Another thing you get with Manzanilla is floral notes. Manzanilla means chamomile, that's not for no reason, it really gives you this impression of white floral. So to complement and highlight that, I'm using some orange flower water, or orange blossom water, whatever you prefer. 6 dashes of orange blossom water, or maybe to taste, since not all orange blossom waters have the same intensity, so you might want to play around with that a little bit. Then I'm opting to add a little bit of single malt whiskey. Obviously this is meant to be a contemporary classic with ingredients available everywhere, so it's very easily replicable. So I would recommend to use a single malt whiskey that's mellow and fruit forward, something like a Speyside or a Lowlands. The Netherlands is actually kind of the Lowlands if you go back in history, just not Scottish. So I'm using our own Dutch single malt whiskey for some shameless self-promotion. Cley single malt whiskey, 40% ABV. I'm adding 25 ml of that. It's mellow, fruit forward, and gives the orchard fruits that really fit well with the apple character again. And I also really like to include some whiskey to highlight that ancient relationship between sherry and whiskey from back in the days, where a lot of whiskey was highlighted by the aging of whiskey in transport barrels that used to contain sherry. Then I like to add some Pedro Ximénez, because first of all, who doesn't love Pedro Ximénez? Also, the little thick syrupy note, only 15 ml I'm adding, of the Pedro Ximénez will give you almost a caramelized apple feel, but also the natural sweetness, the raisins, the dates, the nuttiness really complement the Manzanilla very well. And then we get to our Manzanilla, the main character of the drink. So where a lot of drinks have sherry as a supporting role and the spirit as the main character, here it's kind of the other way around. The main star of this drink will be Manzanilla sherry, so I'm adding a whopping 50 ml of Manzanilla sherry to the drink. This will be the base. And like I said, all the other ingredients are really there to complement, to highlight, or to just add a little something to the Manzanilla natural character. I'm giving it a short stir, about 30-40 seconds, not too long. You don't want to overly dilute it. As you know, the Manzanilla is elegant, but too much water would make you lose a little bit of that intense character. Pre-chilled glass. I always recommend pre-chilling glasses when you're not serving a cocktail on the rocks, just so the cocktail doesn't cool or warm up too quickly when you put it in your glass. There we go, beautiful color. Makes it look a little bit more to a Amontillado or a La Rosa type color. But I think it looks very nice. And then last but not least, the garnish. I'm just using a little bit of lime peel. You could call it lime disc if you like. Just for some additional freshness. Express the oils over the drink. Give it a little rim. And then the little green circle will also give you a little bit of the feel of a green apple without actually needing to go out and buy green apples. And you know, every bar has a lime in it. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you are inspired to make this drink yourself. Try it. I hope you like it. I'm sure you like it. I love it. This is the Manzatini by me here in front of our beautiful pot stills. Cheers.